Today, I'm going to be breaking down some stuff you're definitely going to want to take some notes on, because this could literally be the difference between you making $50 a sale to making $500 a sale. Also, before we get into this, TrafficBot V2 just dropped. This is what I've been using. Basically, it lets you get hundreds of DMs without having to do anything. It also has a special feature called Find Buyers. It's still in development, but I promise you guys, you will be astonished on how well it will work once it's out. It's crazy how some of you don't even want to invest $50 in a tool that has the potential to make you 10x or even 100x of what you paid, and you'd rather just spend it on some V-Bucks or some dumb shit that's not even gonna fucking help you. But anyways, now we're going to be talking about the difference between low paying clients and high paying clients. Low paying clients typically want the lowest amount possible. If you guys are just starting out, you're probably selling in DMs, and this is where you get poor people from poor places, asking for a discount even though you're charging them $5 for a pick. The reason is because you're not even asking them the right questions from the start. That separates them from the low paying client and the high paying client. High paying customers, everything goes smoothly. There's no like proof to me that you're actually real and all that bullshit. Low paying clients typically ask more questions, even though you've been let's say talking to them for a few days to a week, or let's just say you have like a selling server with tons of reviews, and they're still asking you for verifications. They're asking you to like hop on a voice call and all that. That's how you know when to block them or ban them. Now with high paying clients, they typically trust you. They believe who you say you are, and you'll find that everything is easy with them. There's no asking for a million like hand verifications, voice verifications. And remember guys, if you're confused on what to ask them and how to filter these poor people out, please watch my video on how to filter out time wasters. I'm gonna post it in the link in the description. You guys want to learn how to say no to people wanting a discount. So let's say if you're selling a full package, it can be I don't know, a GFE experience or wherever the hell it is, charge that for like 200 or 300 bucks for like an hour or two or something. 9 times out of 10 they're gonna say you're too expensive in this and blah blah blah, and they'll offer you let's say like 100 bucks. Say no. I've done this hundreds of times. If a person is really committed into buying something, they'll find a way to collect an extra 100 bucks. So stand your ground with your price. Another thing is, it's a lot easier to find high paying clients on apps because, you can filter out, their age and, a whole bunch of other stuff. Discord is tough, honestly. There's a lot of, asking questions, finding out if they have money, where do they live, and, for all they can even always be like lying. Remember guys, you only need a few of these people to actually make a lot of money. I mean, there's a ton of ways to do this if you're looking to scale. Like instead of selling in DMs, make a selling server, and once you have a few thousand members, you're making a pretty decent amount of money, even though the stuff you're charging or selling is maybe $5, 20 bucks. It's just the sheer amount of people purchasing your content that's making the money. Or you can just focus on a few customers, but you have to be picky. And that's pretty much how you do it. Again, if you're using Discord, you use TrafficBot V2. This is the tool that I personally use to get a bunch of people or DMs, no work involved. And if you guys want to learn how I do this and how my students do this, join my Discord. We have a free guide. If you sub to the channel, all you guys got to do to claim it is just open a ticket. And we also have a free pack, and for that all you got to do is just boost the server. You guys can also see every single win I post. It's not every day. Keep in mind, I'm not perfect. I don't claim to make thousands of dollars every single day, but this is how you guys can make an extra 1K, 5K, even 10K per month. I've done it, and a few other people in my Discord have done it. So yeah, cheers.